How has your job changed since you started using BMI products?
I am able to get much more done in the course of the day simply because I'm not having to go physically find a paper file, flip through, find the data I need, scan it, send it, copy it, send it, fax it, send it. I can just sit at my desk and click away and find exactly what I need in a format that is easy to send to other folks, to print if I need it. I am so much more productive, and I think the entire staff has found that. We're getting kind of spoiled and lazy.
I don't think you're getting spoiled and lazy. I think maybe spoiled but not lazy because you're still doing just as much or if not more. And so then the next question is, have BMI products improved the way you do business? And if so, how?
I think they have, simply because, again, the data and information we use is so handy and convenient. We can share information with some of our lending partners. If we're looking at some information that needs to be verified, it's just much quicker to do it. We have seen some turnaround times working with our borrowers and our participating lenders significantly improve because of what BMI has enabled us to do. And I also think in our process of getting our loan submitted to SBA, we can turn around that finished loan application much quicker. So we're able to provide a much quicker turnaround service and get projects moving much faster.
Okay, good. And then how is it working with BMI staff?
It's great. When we first acquired the system, the on-site installation and training, we really enjoyed the time that the BMI staff were here. And the few times that we've had some questions or concerns, you guys were so prompt to give us feedback and get things fixed, which typically was a user error issue, nothing with the system itself. So y'all have been great. You're there when we need you, and luckily we haven't had to call you too many times. The system does what you promise it will do, and that's great.
Cool. How would you compare? How do we compare with the other vendors you work with?
We work with some vendors that will sometimes change systems without a lot of heads-up and notices or formats for different things, and that can be a little frustrating. We've had, with large companies for things, a lot of turnover. So, it may be 6 months since you needed to talk to somebody, and your contact person that you'd built up a rapport with, they're not there anymore. And that can kind of set you back. But our two big vendors that we rely on heavily, of course, are BMI, and then the folks at Anchor Commercial. We use the LMS system. Those folks have always been great, patient as well, and the fact that you guys are integrated and work together, it just makes it even better for us.
Okay, thank you. And what can we do to improve our support to you?
Since I've never been disappointed with anything, it'd be hard for me to key on anything for improvement. There may be some things in the future that we come across, of course, as SBA changes the way they do some things, that we might see a way to make something a little quicker, a little more efficient. But as it stands right now, there aren't things I can recommend to improve because we're completely satisfied.
Okay, good. Now, if you had only 10 seconds to tell someone about BMI, what would you tell them?
Oh, I'd break it down into bullets: reliable, dependable, friendly, courteous, quality, efficient. Just makes my day so much better.
All right, thank you. And then if you no longer had BMI products to use and had to go back to the old way you did things, what pains would you have?
We would see an increase in turnaround time. We'd probably see some frustrations. Using BMI forces us to be more consistent in our original collection of paper documents. And I think if we didn't have the system with BMI, we might lose a little discipline overall in that area. It definitely would cost me time. And in what we do, time is what we have to turn projects around, to reach more people, to increase our presence and our benefit to the small businesses in our community. And I'm afraid what we would probably see is to keep up with the turnaround that we've become accustomed to with BMI, might even have to hire another person, which would be great for the unemployment rate, but, would be some funds that we might be able to use in some other areas rather than just keeping the status quo. If we're going to spend that money, we'd like for it to be used to move us even further down the road. It would definitely slow us down, and I would not be very happy trying to find a system to do what we've grown accustomed to, particularly with the integration with the LMS.
Right. Well,
I can't imagine anybody that uses LMS not using your system. My only regret with BMI is that we did not acquire the system sooner than we did. It's been great.
All right. Thank you.